How to turn the objection not interested into interested? What to say to someone who objects with, I don't need it? How to attract the customer's attention and provide them with convincing answers. If you have been looking for a video about the objection, I'm not interested, here it is. My name is Serhi Veras, I am a sales trainer, so let's figure out where this objection comes from. The phrase, I am not interested, can appear at any moment during negotiations. For example, hello Serhi Viktorovic, this is a consulting company, we provide services. Oh, no, I'm not interested, we are doing fine as it is. This is a typical defensive reaction of the brain to a new, unknown event. The customer might think, these are some scammers, they are going to push something on me. That is, the customer is already resisting but does not yet know the essence. Another situation is when you have made a product presentation, talked about the company, conveyed the value, but the customer is not interested because, and why is that? We do not know. The origin of the objection in the second situation has a different nature, and our task is to understand it. Imagine a situation, you call a cold client, greet them, and in that very second, you hear, we're not interested. There is a technique from the old school of sales, and I would be more surprised. I saw it from another expert. Let's look at it together. Imagine you are the customer, Serhi Viktorovic. I would be more surprised if you said otherwise, because at first everyone says they are not interested, but then they change their minds when they learn the details. So let's briefly discuss this topic. If you say no, well, I won't insist. How do you like the technique? As a viewer, I ask you, can you hear a no? Yes, you can. If you can hear a no, it is already an incorrect technique because a sales technique is something that is difficult to object to. This is both a choice without a choice, and at the same time, it is a phrase that is difficult to argue against. So no, do not use this example. Imagine another situation where the customer is openly aggressive. You call, hello, Serhi Viktorovic, is it convenient to talk? The client says, why are you calling here? You are bothering me, delete my phone number. What can be done in this situation? Is there a technique? I am just like you. I mentioned it in previous videos. Its essence is to turn negativity into positivity and show that you are just like them. Let's find out if it works. Imagine you are a customer and you tell me, remove my phone number from the database or I will sue you. Imagine I tell you this, Serhi Viktorovic, I respond the same way to everyone who calls me. How much nonsense do they offer? This is the first step. This is how you join the customer's side. Does it work? No. Let me give you another non-working example. Don't do this. You said you were interested, and I continue. I assure you, if you listen for just 1 minute and understand the essence of my offer, you will want to learn more about the product. And then you say, let's just have a brief conversation on this topic. If you refuse, I won't insist. You still have a question. As a caretaker, can you object to this phrase? Of course. That's why you don't take risks. Don't say it like that. Say it like this. You see, you are the client, and I am telling you, oh, you don't need it. Do you mean that it won't bring you profit? Or maybe you are asking me who I am and why I am offering this to you. And here you are saying yes or maybe, because it's hard to object here. You will agree with those negative reasons that I have listed. You will agree with this, that is, a reaction of agreement, and then I, as a salesperson, continue, and you are the customer. Monitor your reaction. So, I tell you, if we talk about the future to save your time and reduce costs, would you be interested in a product test? Or perhaps you are asking what exactly the advantage is. And what would you say? Would you ask what the advantage is? So, is this a reaction of interest? Next, I continue. If you were to test it and we adjusted the product to fit your needs so that it truly met your requirements and was comfortable for you, would you then consider it? What do you say? You might say, well, maybe. What is this about? Next, I will not model the conversations, but you have seen how I don't need it turns into the customer already thinking that it might suit them in the future. Next, you talk about what needs to happen in the future for it to be beneficial for the customer. And when the future arrives, you won't need to pressure the client. You will simply reiterate the conditions under which the deal will be closed. Do you already guess why? The chances of objections significantly decrease. I'll also tell you what not to do. Listen to this brilliant phrase. You are the customer, I am telling you. That's what they say when they understand how it works in the end. Let's just test the product. You will understand what you get, and then decide. Okay, can you object to that? Of course, so don't do that. How should you do it? You heard this technique a minute ago. That is the question. Phrase or technique must be such that it is difficult to object to and easy to say the word yes, the word maybe, or to open up. Selling is primarily about opening up, not closing the deal. If you reveal enough to the customer, they will close themselves. Want to hear how this can look in your business and real life? My contact information is below the video. Write to me if you have a great product and I will gladly model a conversation without objections for you. Or I will personally call your client, then we will put it on paper, create a structure, describe the techniques that you could implement to increase your profit, message me on Telegram or Instagram.